All right, so we're just having a seat in our chair. I'm gonna take my socks off. And I want you to sit up nice and straight. Brush your back against the back of the chair and soften everything. So think about your right foot and just soften it towards the ground. And your left foot, let it soften. And moving up, think about your right thigh and your knee and just let it melt onto the seat of the chair. Releasing. And now moving to the left side, that thigh and that glute, and just let that relax and melt, no tension. And then bring your awareness to the center, your abs. And just notice the inflow and the outflow of your breath. And just release and let go. Let your back be pushing against the chair. And then bring your awareness to your right side, your right shoulder. And just let it go. And your left shoulder, soften, relax. Coming to your breath now. Noticing the in-breath, the out-breath. And just breathing in the stillness. So we're going to find some breaths together. I'm going to count. We're going to inhale for 4, and we're going to exhale for 8. We're going to exhale through our mouth slowly, like we're blowing out a candle very slowly, or as if you were blowing up a balloon. So here we go. We're going to inhale, 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 inhale. Slowly exhale, 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 exhale. Completely letting your shoulders relax, your jaw, and just finding the normal breath now. Tuning your awareness inward. And just like we did last week, we came to that lotus flower. So I invite you now to bring your thumbs and your pinky together and bring it to your heart. And just keeping your eyes closed, I'm going to read a quote and just think for a moment about that beautiful lotus flower. Picture yourself on a boat, on a lake, and there's lily pads all around. And upon the lily pads, you see the lotus flowers. Noticing that in the dark and the muck, the golden white lotus blossoms. Thinking about God's grace and how that just awaits us. Sometimes in the murky, dark times, we find the light somehow and we come out. Just as the lotus flower. So we'll take that lotus with our arms, our fingers spread, and we'll inhale through our nose, and then we'll let it go out of our mouth with a sigh. And let's take our shoulders, and we're going to roll backwards. So we'll start with small rotations backwards. And you're resting your back on the seat. All day, a lot of us sit and we hunch over at a computer or down looking at our phone. So rolling backwards, so good. Open it up. Now take these bigger. Breathing that ujjayi breath in and out through your nose, keeping the energy moving as you flow with your arms back behind you. Now extend your arms straight and really let your head go back and your heart open as you extend going backwards. Breathing, softening, ready to move in our practice today with the chair. People can think of it as a senior practice. However, I assure you it's not. We will build strength. So we're taking our hands now, we're folding them up right by our armpit, and we're just taking some waddles, like a duck would waddle backwards with our shoulders getting this rotation, finding the motion for yourself. Rotating back. Good. And then just let this go and shake it all loose. Shaking the energy, inviting good energy, and kicking your legs. And we will move our bodies, releasing all the negative energy. Let it go, shaking, shaking, shaking. And then coming still again. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Spreading your knees out a bit. And then exhale, letting it go. Let your head hang right here. Perhaps you can let your chest and your belly go in between your knees, right on the chair. Noticing the release and the tension in your neck, just give yourself a massage. And then coming up, rolling your shoulders as you come up, cross your right ankle over your left. So you're just gonna push on that knee for a bit, just giving it a push like that figure 4 pigeon. And then we're going to keep this cross. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, let's find a twist towards that right side. Looking back behind that shoulder. Finding the twist, feeling the hip release. And then coming through the middle, letting this leg go out, or hugging this leg in. Holding it, rolling out the ankle. And then letting it go down, taking the other side. So crossing it over that left side, pushing on that knee, finding the hip to release, feeling the little tension that you have, the tense part, maybe giving it a massage. And keeping it crossed, inhale, rising up. And then exhale, finding that twist towards that left, looking behind you, softening that shoulder, twisting. And then hugging in the knee, hugging it in tight, open your chest up, looking back. And then letting that go, coming up for a moment. We're going to take a stand, so rolling up, coming up. And we're still using this in just a second, so I'll put this up towards the side, but I want you to find, we're gonna find a little Qigong movement. So I just want you to bounce a minute. So bounce and shake everything out, loosen your neck, move on that yoga mat, shifting back and forth. Notice what you need, letting it go, loose as a noodle. And then take your legs, put them a little bit wider than your hips, and then let's sway back and forth, finding the arms to just be dangling, swinging as if they were swings at a merry-go-round, right? Swinging and hanging, finding this float of your arms, breathing, softening, and flowing with your own breath. And then bounce it out one more time and start to turn, maybe a whole circle. Turn all the way around. Notice where your chair is now, because we're going to have it in front of us. So my seat is right here in front of us. We're going to use this for our sun salutation to start. And we're going to add some strength in this. I think you're going to really like this. So move your chair and adjust. Roll your shoulders back, coming into mountain pose. Arms are splayed right to your side. Inhale, rising up. And then we're going to exhale. We're going to forward fold. Notice where your chair is, out just a little bit in front of you. Now I want to feel the weight going to the ball of your foot more as you forward fold. So your heels might even lift up. You can rest your head right here on the chair, scoot up just a bit, and let your head rest. You can let your arms dangle and feel the weight on the ball of the foot. This is more of a forward fold, how it should be. And then gently, we're going to come into that half lift. So pushing gently with those hands, flat and straight in the back, keeping the weight on the balls of the feet, and find your half lift. Look at your spine, make sure you're straight spine.
And then letting it go just a little bit. Releasing your neck. Noticing any tight spots. Maybe asking for a massage later, right? So we're going to take our hands, placing them on the seat, and we're going to walk our feet back, and we're going to find a plank pose. We're going to just lift it up a little bit higher. Feel the strength. Draw your shoulders away from your face, and find this. Really engage your core. Yes. Now, can we take it down and hover and hold right here? Breathing. Good. And then coming up on the inhale. Now take your knee, your right knee to your right elbow. Hold it here. And then coming back. Find the abs to be really engaged. Take your left up and down. Just like this. Keep continuing. Engage the core. Focus on the core. Moving with your breath. Knee to elbow. Keep it going just like this. Breathing. Softening. Moving with the flow of your breath. And then coming back to neutral, legs pushing back on the heels for a moment. So going to the heels and then the toes, heels and toes, and draw your shoulders away. Looking straight at the top of the chair, coming down. We're taking 5 of these, holding it and coming up on the inhale. 5 of these, so we have 4 more of the push-ups. Yes, keeping your body in good alignment, so booty is flat, not up in the air. And when you're done, we're gonna push back, staying with the chair. Push your hips back, high to the sky. Let your head come down between those arms. Your arms are actually higher this time probably. Your heels can touch the ground. Downward facing dog with the chair. And breathe. Now we're going to come up to our plank pose, and we're going to roll on the ball of the feet, coming into an upward facing dog. Shoulders away. I'm still on the tippy toes of my feet, but I can uncurl and be flat on my tops of my feet now. Drawing your shoulders away, really lengthening your spine, opening your heart, feeling the core strength. Noticing that this is still a very powerful way to do yoga using a chair. Exhaling, rolling back through downward facing dog. Coming back through this one more time, find your upward facing dog. So arms are close to your ribs, roll on the tops of the feet, looking up, shoulders away from your face. Breathe. And then coming back up, finding a place where your hands are still right on the mat. We're going to take a runner's lunge with our chair. So we'll take our right leg up first and just let it sit on the chair. Find your good placement. That's good for you to feel a nice stretch. And I want you to bend, a little bend in the supportive leg. So tuck your pelvis under, a little bend right here in the left knee. Your heel might rise a little bit. And feel the strength. We're going to inhale, rise up. And we'll exhale, we'll come forward just a little bit and then straighten that right leg, finding half splits. Using the chair, coming down, bending that support of tucking your pelvis under. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, half splits. Straight right leg. And then letting that foot come down. Both feet are going to take a chair pose. Weights in the heels. Now inhale, rise up. Arms come up. Sit in your chair pose. And then we'll come all the way up, straight up, look up. Exhale, come to chair pose. Sweep the floor. Inhale, rising up. Bringing that energy back in. Sweep the floor. Inhale, rise up. One more, just like that. Squatting down. Inhaling, exhaling, coming up, and then we'll take our second side. So our left leg will come into that runner's lunge. Bend the right just a little bit. Tuck the pelvis. pelvis under. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, coming to straight leg, half splits. Finding the hamstring, using the chair. Bending that left leg, tucking the pelvis under, bending the right. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, coming down, straightening that left leg, finding the half splits. One more time, bending, runner's lunge, tucking the pelvis under, the right knee bends. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, coming through straight legs, half splits. Head goes down. Breathe. And then letting go of that leg, coming back, chair pose. Just staying right here. Soften your face, close your eyes. Feel the strength, lengthen your spine, hold your core tight. And then coming up, shaking it out. We're gonna shift a bit. So taking our chair now, and I'll face you. So now it's like we're gonna be sitting in it again. We're gonna take a few more things in our warrior. So we're gonna take the seat on the edge of your seat. And we're gonna come into a warrior. So you're kind of at the end of the chair of the seat. We're gonna take a warrior 2 position. So you're going to take your right leg out and your left straight, right? So you're in a really low warrior lunge. Now look at your alignment, heel and ankle. I see my big toe. Open up, and you're just having a little support with the chair. Good, nice. Yes. And feel that you still can feel just a little bit of the chair there, and you're really in a low lunge, so it's still very powerful. Breathing, and then we'll tip it back. We'll find peaceful warrior, opening up the spine and opening up the side body. And then exhale, find extended side angle. Open up that heart up to the sky. And then do it again, peaceful warrior. Tip it back, paint the sky. And then going back through, side angle pose, extend your arm, extended side angle. Breathing. And then coming back up, find your warrior 2. Take your arms behind you. Let's open up your chest. And then we'll go back towards that left, that straight leg, reaching back. And then we'll go forward towards the bent leg. And we'll find movement just like this on your own breath. Keeping this going. One more after this. So one more with the long leg. And then coming down to the bent. Opening up to find goddess squat. So you have the support, right, of the chair, and you can open up. Now here's our little challenge. We're gonna lift up 1 inch from the chair, and then we're gonna go down, touch the chair. Coming up, going down. Good, coming up, feeling it. Put the weight more in your heels if you can. Coming up, going down, coming up. Going down, last one, coming up, and then we'll land it, and we're gonna rotate, finding our warrior on the other side. So that left knee is bent, the right is straight. We're breathing, look at your alignment. You see your big toe, you're anchoring the same way on the outer part of that foot, your arms are straight. Good, looking out towards that middle finger. And then we'll tip it back, paint the sky, peaceful warrior, relaxing the shoulder down the leg. Side angle, extended side angle, taking your arm all the way over. Opening up a little bit. Peaceful warrior, tipping it back with the left arm. Coming back through, extended side angle. And coming all the way back up, warrior 2, looking out. Taking our hands behind our back, feeling the power of our legs right now. Really opening up that chest and the neck right now, just look back. And then come back to neutral. Take that tip back, and then forward, finding your own breath. We have 3 of these. Going all the way back and forward. One more, just like that. Good job. And then coming back through, finding your warrior two, looking out, shoulders away, opening up, coming to that goddess squat. Now this time we're gonna put the weight in our toes more, okay? So shift your pelvic floor a little bit, come up an inch and down, and your toes. Inhale up and down. Inhale up, I feel this is good. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Come on, one more. Inhale up, exhale down, and sit it down. Shake it out, loosen it up. Let it go, rotate, windshield wiper the knees from side to side, release again. So you can look like a crazy person when we go back to work again, and you can do some things in your chair to get some energy and movement. Good. All kinds of things. And we're not done with our chair. We're going to use it for our next flow. So coming up, setting our chair out towards the front of your mat. So we'll have it as our guide. We're going to take some regular downward dogs now. So come to the end of your mat. Notice where your chair is. And just bounce it out again, shifting, loosening, noticing how you feel throughout the practice, where you're at, coming back right here. And then inhale, rise it up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Coming up, now notice you put the weight on the ball of the foot, find the half lift, as the heels might lift a little bit. And then exhale, going down. Let your head hang. Hug your knees to your chest. And then walk it out all the way to your plank pose. Now you could be using your chair if you wanted, of course. But if you're not, we're right in here on regular plank. Noticing your chair, you might have to move it just a little bit. And we'll take our 3 chaturanga push-ups here. So roll a little bit forward and come down just a little bit and coming up. Down, we're just going down just like 2 inches and coming up. Going down and coming up. And then staying right here, taking knee to elbow tap. So knee to elbow, send it back. Knee to elbow, send it back, right in plank pose. Knee to elbow, going back, drawing that core. Knee to elbow, pull it back, stay right here. Hips are gonna go high to the sky, downward facing dog. We're gonna do one of my favorites, we've done it before, which is wild thing. So notice where you're at on the mat. So we'll take I'm gonna shift forward. Our right leg up to the sky. And we're gonna open it up, stack it on top of the left. And then gently land, if you can. Coming into wild thing, opening your heart, looking back. Now this is always an option to do. You don't have to do this. Just gonna do it one time on both sides. You can find a moment in child's pose. Coming back out of this, lifting that right leg high to the sky. 3-limb down dog right here. Take your knee, your right knee to your nose, hover, and then bring it back up. And then set it down, pedal it out, and we'll take our second direction. So we're taking our left leg up to the sky, and then we gently roll it and stack it over that hip, open up the heart, expand, wild thing. And then looking down towards the mat, arm comes down, lift that left leg high to the sky. 3-limb down dog. Now take the knee to the nose, hover, and then send it back up. And bring it down to meet the other. Sit your knees down, find child's pose. Reconnect. Today I'm going to talk about a little bit more one of the yoga concepts of brahmacharya, which means non-excess. Non-excess. Right now we are living in a time with not very much excess of things to do. Sometimes that's hard and sometimes that's beautiful. Just noticing that brahmacharya in your life, non-excess. And then coming back up, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, reset. And we're going to take a warrior one pose with our right leg first. So we're just going to go right to it. Right foot will come by the right ankle. What is this? My wrist. So my hips are squared to the front, like I'm standing on train tracks. Inhale, rising up with my arms. And then we're going to take the humble warrior. So left wraps under right with eagle arms. And we'll inhale, look up, rise it up. And we'll exhale, humble warrior, coming on the inside of that right knee, letting your head go down. Maybe you can close your eyes and soften. We're going to take dragonfly twist next. So left hand connects right next to the right foot. Open up your right arm. Find your dragonfly twist. We're going to stack it up and take our side plank. So our right is going to come on top of our left. We stack it up. We can have our knee down. Find your side plank. Lift your hips high. Very strong pose. Good job. And then bring that hand all the way back to the ground, coming to plank pose. Maybe you want to take a full 3 push-ups with me, building that strength, activating the whole body, and coming back up. Send your hips back to the sky, downward facing dog. Pedal it out, reset your breath. Coming into that warrior one, taking the left, shifting it towards the left wrist, anchoring that heel down, wide like train tracks, making sure those hips are square to the front of the mat. Inhale, rising up with the arms, softening your shoulders. And then we'll wrap our right under our left, taking our eagle arms. Inhale, spread that back. And then exhale, letting it go. Closing your eyes if you can, releasing your neck. What can you be humble about right now? In this time, how can you live with non-excess even more? Taking the right hand down next to that left foot, right? Dragonfly twist, opening up. Twisting really strong. Knowing our next pose is our plank, or our side plank pose. So, anchoring that heel down, bringing that top leg on, stacking it on top, lifting the hips. Maybe the knee is down. Find your way. Build your strength. And then bringing that top arm up, coming down, connecting to the mat. You can. 5 of them. 5 of these awesome push-ups. Building the strength. I was listening to a podcast and they said something about people think they need to do one specific yoga practice. You know, yin yoga or hatha yoga or restorative. But that's not the case with me. I like to bring in some qigong, strength movements, yin, restorative, all of it. Coming back up, shaking it out, releasing. We're going to take one more flow. We're going to use our chair. So, bringing that chair back closer, and we're going to use it for a great way to get into half moon, right? Really open up the hips. So, here we go. We're just going to take our inhale, rise up. And let's let it go for a minute, out of our mouth. So exhale, let it go, bend your knees. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, last one. Let it go. And roll out the shoulders. All right. Coming down, taking the plank pose that we just did a minute ago. So hips are straight, shoulders are back. And then finding your downward dog using the chair. I'm going to move my chair so you can see me better. We'll start on our right side. So we'll take our right leg and we'll bring it up and we'll find our warrior two. The chair is just in front right now. We're going to be in the regular warrior two. No support really needed right now, right? And so from here, we're going to come into sky archer, straighten that front knee, tip it back, paint the sky. Both legs are straight. You know where we're going. Triangle pose and then half moon. So extend the right arm really straight, going down, finding the openness, the flat, stacking everything upon each other in the triangle pose. Maybe looking up, maybe looking down. Shoulders are stacked upon each other. Now taking a bend in the right knee, left hand can go right here. Using this chair, such an awesome way, opening up, straightening that knee. Now really look up at the sky, lift your leg a little higher, and feel free, half moon. Keeping it right here, holding in this beautiful half moon. And then bringing that hand down that's in the sky, coming down, rotating the hips square. And then can we take a shift back, keeping the left leg secure, or no, right leg secure, left leg lift. Find your splits, your standing splits. Let your head rest on the chair. Finding the support of the chair is so awesome. Coming up on those hands, curtsy, curtsy bow. And we're coming into warrior three next. So using the top of the chair, opening, lifting the leg. Maybe from here, where our shoulders can relax and we can invite our arms to extend long. I'm gonna fall because I'm trying to look at you. Nice, using that chair, relaxing those hands if you need to and you wanna lift a little higher. And then letting it go, coming down, bouncing it out, loosening up those hips. That was good. I felt it. That was nice, really nice. All right, I'm gonna shift. You guys don't need to shift. And we're coming back through, second side. So we'll inhale, just rise up. And we'll exhale, coming down to our plank position. So shifting forward, hips are right, flat, right, yes, good. Coming back, downward facing dog, using that chair. Taking the left side this time. So left leg will come, we'll anchor that heel down. We'll find our warrior two stance. Expand those arms, looking towards the left. Straighten the front knee, tip it back, sky archer, paint the sky. Really open up the side body. And then shift the hips out to the side, reaching long, straight, finding your triangle pose, flat, like you could be in between two panes of glass, looking up, shoulders stacked upon shoulders. Looking down, perhaps, is fine too. Right hand will come to right hip, bend that left knee, using the chair, half moon is happening, right? So open up, straighten that supportive leg, with a slight bend, of course, it's okay. Opening your arm, and then you look up. Open it, feel the power that you have in this half moon. Today's practice, I've been taking you through some of my favorite poses. Wild thing, dragonfly, humble warrior, half moon are my favorites. You're staying right here and you're breathing that strong energy. Taking the right arm, bringing it down, looking, curtsy, bow it out, and then lift up, shift it to half splits, maybe resting your head. Hips are square to the mat. Finding your half splits. And then we're coming back up to find our warrior three. So we come to the top of that chair, seat back, open that leg up higher, shoulders away, arms can go long. Maybe we need the support and we lift our leg a little higher. Strong warrior three, finding our security, rooted down to the earth. And then letting it go, bouncing it out, shifting the hips, noticing how you feel now. So we're gonna come down into a yogi squat. This is your time if you wanna do a crow pose. We're gonna do a crow pose and the rest of the time we'll be down on the mat. So if you want it, remember, totally an option, using a pillow in front of you or blocks. It's easy to hold it, easier, I should say, to hold it if your knees are anchored by your elbows. The more advanced you get with this, you want your knees to be closer to your armpits. So you find your way down, you shift your chair, we still will use it, and you can find a gentle crow if you want it. I'll watch you. So if you are just attempting this, you can just put your knees on your tops, arms, and shift from one side to the other. And maybe you find that little pause where you're balanced on the tops of the arms. So playing with this, practicing on your own is kind of fun to do that one. And then coming down on your bottom and making your way actually to your tummy. So we're on our stomachs and we'll take our cheek and we'll set it down and relax. Notice where you want your arms and just feel the connection to the earth right here. So we're going to bend our right leg up. We'll take our right arm and we can hold on to that ankle and extend our left arm straight and lift up a little bit, softening your face and your jaw. And then we'll release that down and we'll come to the other side. So first let's reset. So take your side cheek on the opposite side. So find a gentle release, letting your head turn to the opposite way and melt back into the earth. And then we'll take our left side. So grab a hold, left ankle, and then extend the right arm long. Finding this quad stretch. And then maybe you want to just rest on the earth, or maybe you want to take a hold of both and really lift and extend your heart up, pushing your feet, your ankles into your hands. Maybe even finding a gentle movement, a rock on your tummy, and then releasing softly, letting it go, kicking out your feet, shifting your arms, maybe rolling the middle forehead. And gently pushing up and back into your child's pose. And then coming back up to your knees and onto your sit bones. And we'll take our chair. We're going to use this Again, and we'll close our practice using our chair. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, so bringing the feet up onto the chair. So your calves are resting on the chair. Maybe they're even through if you want. So you're laying down, and this is a great way to lift your hips up and find a bridge pose. You can straighten your legs out and really lift and roll on the top of the spine, the shoulders. Finding this lift, squeezing the glutes. Arms are still melted onto the mat. And then coming down, taking your knees, but keeping your ankles on the chair and just windshield wipering. Maybe you take a hug in or a quick happy baby. We're gonna close our practice with keeping our legs up on the chair. So just as we had them a second ago. And we'll stay in our Shavasana so you can really open up your arms, relax, and find the placement that you like for your legs right here. If this is good for you, keeping your legs up for the Shavasana for the next few minutes. And so you're just right here, melting into the mat, into the earth. Closing your eyes. Just take a moment to notice your mind right now. Are you present? Connected? You know where to go in the next few minutes. And then notice your jaw. Relax it. Notice the center of your eyebrows, the middle third eye. And just relax and soften. And then take your awareness to your right arm and your right shoulder. Release it into the earth. And then move it to the left side of your body. To the left arm, the left shoulder, and just melt it into the earth. Notice your spine connected. And your right hip. Moving your awareness to your left hip, just letting it go. And then noticing your right calf, your right knee. Letting it just be supported with the chair. And taking it to the left calf, the left knee. Finding that support, comforted by the chair. And then your awareness to your feet, your right foot, just let it go. And your left foot, letting that go. And your whole body, surrendering to the oneness of the universe, to the higher power, to the beauty within that sometimes has to rise through darkness, through mucky water, to become beautiful. Become aware of all of it. Process it. Journey through it. Yoga helps. But you must sit with everything, all of your emotions, and love will flourish and bloom.
And gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Bringing some motion back into your body. Hugging in your right knee. And then your left knee. And then falling, gently falling, moving to your right side of your body. And very softly pushing up onto your sitting bones, coming into your cross-legged position. And your arms just coming over your knees, coming into that mudra of the lotus flower once again. Bringing it right by your heart, circling around your heart. Thinking of love and not having too much of all of the things that we can tempt us from not finding that love. So brahmacharya, non-excess. Beautiful things, just like the lotus flower, the love and the light, and bring that lotus flower up, all the way up, letting it grow out of the murky water, and then bringing it down, letting it pass through your mind's eye, that third eye, for that wisdom and that guidance. If you just listen. And then to your mouth, where we speak the language of our silent whispers through our practice of yoga and our loving awareness. And we bow down our chin. The love and light bows and honors the love and light in you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. I'll try to get my puppy if you want to stay. So one more thing about brahmacharya. It reminds us to enter each day with a action, with a sense of holiness in your action, rather than indulgence, rather than just indulging in what's in front of me, what work do I need to do, what messes do I need to clean. It's the action of becoming aware of, I am one with my soul, I am connecting to my spirit. First thing when you wake up in the day, brahmacharya. It's pretty awesome. And to go with that, I think of my dog now, because I just feel that having those little animals can really bring you to that present moment and to that connection of just right where you're at and the beautiful things. So feeling really blessed, and I'll go get this little cute thing, maybe. Do you have the puppy? Who has the puppy? Can you bring the puppy? They're all waiting to see. Callie? Okay, here comes the puppy. Callie has the puppy. You guys can unmute yourself if you want.
Jack,
Thanks. Did you enjoy chair yoga?
and Callie, come here. Or Jack, come here.
Good? All right.
Jack.
It's my turn. I don't get a ton of turns, but
Aww. Jack, look.
isn't she cute?
Jack,
This is
Jack.
Billy. She's teeny.
Puppy. And shut up.
Say hi.
Look, Jack.
Really cute.
Isn't she cute? Yes. So I feel like I have a newborn puppy. She puked last night, and else she peed, of course, on the bedroom floor. She cried a lot. So I was up a lot and connecting to the present moment with Billy. Oh,
With your newborn.
she's cute. What'd you say?
With your newborn.
My
With your newborn.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I think we overfed her. She loved to eat yesterday, and my kids, I think, kept feeding her or something. But
Yeah.
she is the sweetest, and she's been staying right by me when I take her on little walks. So it's been exciting. Definitely a blessing from getting her. So we're excited.
Has
Yeah.
Mom seen her?
Yes, Mom came over to see her and held her, picked her up.
Wow. That's impressive.
I know. Yeah. They sleep a lot.
Super cute.
Super cute. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you named her yet?
Yes. Tilly.
Hilly?